welcome back. So for today's video I'm going to talk about Mercury and numerology number 5, 14 and 23. So this is basically the combination of how these people have their personality related to their Mercury signs in their birth chart. So let's go for the topic of today. So first of all, Mercury in astrology. Mercury represents intelligence and also the overall of your speaking ability towards the public and your communication skills. Mercury is mostly represents your communication skills. So communication is the key for the people who born number 5, 14, 23, and also for people who have a total of the life path number is the number 5. If you calculate your birth number and your birth number, month that you born, and then the year that you born, if you calculate all of this, the total will be, if the total is coming with 50 or 23 or 5, 14, then it is considered as number 5. Also your name number, if you have number 5, then you can have this type of Mercury energy in your life, that it can affect you in a good way, bad way. That's, you have to see the Mercury placement in your birth chart. So people who born on number 5, you have to first of all see where is Mercury placed in your astrology chart, especially in birth chart, because that's the first. The Navamsha is like afterwards, and also the Samsha. So if you want to see how's your communication skills and the way you speak, your intelligence, your interests, your education, everything related to your learning abilities and communication abilities literally shows through the Mercury. So people who born on number 5, this one is like your Atma Karka, and for people who born on number 5 and your Atma Karka is Mercury, it is very strong. And this also can shows that people who born on Wednesday also can have this type of personality in their life. So green is representation of the Mercury, and Wednesday is the day of Mercury. Mercury not only represents intelligence, as I say, communication skills, but it is also represents the way you work in business field. For people who are in the business fields, most of the time they do have Mercury debilitated or they have good Mercury. There's no in between. For people who have good Mercury, most of the time they are actually tend to do work, something that has to do with the communication skills. But people who actually have like exalted or debilitated or retrograde Mercury is actually the people who are in front of the camera and doing the public speaking or all this stuff, because Mercury is like a very neutral planet, so we can't really consider it to be the bad placement, because Mercury is really friendly with all other planets. Mercury is like literally neutral with all the planets and all in any houses. So but there are some directions, or we need to see the degrees and everything, and that we can decide if this is a good placement or this is a bad placement. So people who have name number 5 can be working related to business or have passive income, being partnership with brands and companies that have number 5. For the brand, if the brand name is coming in the calculation of 5, 14, 23, 50, all these numbers, then the people who born on number 5 or have named the number 5 or life path number 5, they can work with that brand and earn passive income, or can be main source of income. So people who born on number 5 will make money at least one point in their life just by their communication skills. For example, now I am talking in front of the camera and I'm doing YouTube videos. So probably once I reach the requirement, if I get the YouTube programs, then I will earn. So this is also considered as Mercury's energy here is going on of what I'm doing. So people who born on 5, it's a very natural thing for them to do it. If they are someone who's introvert, this is something for people who born on number 5. If you are introvert, then make sure to always improvise your speaking skills, your speaking abilities, and try to speak to public. It's like it will raise your confidence level. The next thing is, it can be marketing or customer service or just by giving a speech. Unless Mercury in bad placement, then will gain bad name. So for people, okay, as I said, if you're born number 5, you have life path number 5 or name number 5. First of all, go and check in your birth chart which nakshatra your Mercury is placement, and read the mythological story of that nakshatra and see if there is any situation or any scene that have been happened in your life, because most of the time there is the connection between Mercury and your life path. It can some of the mythological story of the nakshatra that your Mercury is placed, it can happen in your life. If it is happened, then just know you have a very strong Mercury in your chart. So the next thing is, see if there is any direction. If there's a Saturn or there is a Mars, then be careful. And also Rahu, then be careful with your speech, because as I say, Mercury is neutral, so it can also give bad fame. You can easily get the fame, but we never know what type of fame you gonna get. So always be careful with your speech if you have any direction or conjunction with this placement. And Ketu, also be careful, because Ketu sometimes can makes the person to be very straightforward, very blunt type of speech, and people may not really like that, or people may misunderstood the person. While for the Rahu, these people can be accidental fame. They will say something funny, and they will becomes the famous memes or famous voice for whatever they say, or they can have a bad fame for whatever they said. For Saturn, this can be something harsh. They say something very harsh that the public will attack you. And also with the Mars direction, or there's a conjunction. But if it is in a good placement, Mars is in a good placement and Mercury is also conjunction or direction with it, then it can be someone who's very much motivational speaker, also with the Saturn. But most of the time I've seen Saturn Mercury placement, this person can have fear to communicate with others. So always look for your Mercury placement and nakshatra, as I said, and go and analyze about it. You will understand yourself, and you will actually learn more how to communicate. I mean, in this world, if you see, Mercury is one of the most important thing for human life, because without we communicate, we can't even go through our daily life. Humans really need to communicate. We need our voice. So for the people who born on 5, life path number 5 or name number 5, the more you activate your Mercury in your chart, the more you have prosper in your life. So Mercury also represents your youth, as well your communication style and your tone of your voice. The second house also represents your voice, but Mercury literally represents the style of your communication skills. And also it will shows what type of speech you have towards the public, or how people will perceive you. You can literally see from the Mercury placement in your chart. And also Mercury also represents genderless and balanced yin and yang energy. This is why whenever you activated your Mercury energy, the first phase whenever you are activating, or the starting of your activating your Venus energy, it can be a bit of unbalanced energy. If you have within yourself unbalanced energy, Mercury will balance it when you're activating Mercury in your chart and Mercury energy in your life. So whenever it's Wednesday, try to wear more green color, and also you can do the mantras of Mercury, and you can do related activities with the Mercury, the nakshatra that Mercury plays in your chart. So this is for Mercury placement, and for the people who born on, five numerology, I mean life path number 5, as well name number numerology number 5. So I hope this one helps, and thank you so much for watching.